to Puppapalooza! Oh, how wonderful it is to be here with you today over a screen. My name is Maple Syrup, and I'm gonna take you through 9 pieces, an hour and a half of your committed and dedicated time to looking at me on your lovely little screens. So now, I'm proud to present our very first piece of the night. Shh. A quiet life in the stars.
It's easy to know where you came from. So often it's the same as the ones who came before you, gave you a life, gave you a name. And for some time, that's all that you need. The knowledge you have is enough to sustain your mind as it grows from no more than a seed to something extraordinary, something humane. One day you'll wake up to the world. Your brain will start to whir and grind. You'll realize that the thoughts you've had were born from someone else's mind. And once that spark of freedom lights, you'll see the world through different eyes. You'll think about the things you hate, the things you fear, things you despise. You think about the things you love, like the stars that shine in the vast night sky, and you decide to chase that dream and not let life just pass you by. You start to forge your path to the sky, doing the hard work, slow and steady. You'll be faced with setbacks along the way, till one day you'll find your rocket is ready. Then suddenly it's time to depart. The time races by in a fast-paced blur. You eagerly look at the future you seek and forget all the memories of where you once were. But sometimes the things that we seek for so long don't turn out to be what we thought from afar. Sometimes it takes the journey to know that Earth could never exist on a star. Heartbreak comes hard, and heartbreak comes fast. But it gives you a reason to search and explore. And as you look for that crucial next step, you'll notice the things that you didn't before. Things you don't know what to think of, things that you have never seen, things you'd never dreamed you'd find within the journeys in between. And as you get back on your feet, your journey isn't on your own. The things you found in the in-between are there to help you. You're not alone. The work begins, but different now. The longing that's weighted your heart down for years starts to melt as the moment at hand fulfills what you want. You're happy right here. And before you know it, you're faced with a choice. Your rocket's repaired, the journey home awaits. Do you fly back towards the things you once wanted, or keep what you found in that in-between state? It's hard to let go of that first real dream, that image you crafted of how you should live. You feel like if you just let go of it now, you're throwing away everything that you did. But why should you cling to that impulse you had, before you had time to grow and to change? Why should you work towards something subpar when you'd rather have something else in exchange? Life never turns out according to plan. It shifts as you grow and find who you are. So embrace the change, don't be scared of your growth, and you'll find a quiet life in the stars.
Wow! Those stars were so bright! Whoa! How amazing! I can't wait to grow with you all on this wonderful journey. Now, for our next piece, we're gonna fly super high to the sky with Last Flight.
My plane crashed. look familiar. You remind me of my first plane. It was yellow like you. Except I engraved the word canary. Are you my plane? No! You're amazing! Listen, I need to get myself out of here. Do you think you can help me? The wing? There's something inside of it? How did these get in there? I haven't seen these in years. This yellow ribbon reminds me a lot of the one I used to wear as a little girl. And this pink ribbon reminds me of the one my sister Grace used to wear. Our mother used to let us play outside in our bloomers all day. I'm gonna get you, Millie! That's me! Oh, please be careful, Millie!
Don't worry, Gracie. I'll be fine.
This was the day we took our wagon on top of our family shed. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, it's so neat! We drove it right off the side. I loved playing with Grace. She was my other half. I miss being her. If that was Grace, and that was me, but I'm here, then how was she? I'm dead, aren't I? No, I can do something. I'll find some tools and I'll fix my plane and I'll get myself out of here. Where did you find these? George used to get me flowers just like this. I forgot about him. Is he all right? He always worries. George. You know, he proposed to me and I said no. So he proposed again and again and again. He proposed 6 times, and on the 6th time I said yes because, well, I figured he'd keep asking. You know, George never added anything particularly special to my life, but he was always kind. He let me be Millie. He just let me be. Is this how it goes? You're just going to show me these people and these things and then take them away from me? You're not helping me! Green Gables? My father used to read me this. This is my favorite part. Do you know, said Anne confidentially, I've made up my mind to enjoy this drive. It's been my experience that you can nearly always enjoy things if you make up your mind firmly that you will. Of course, you must make it up firmly. Dad? Dad! 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 I need you! I need to leave these behind, and then let it all go.
And
like a nightingale, like a pretty little bird. Which takes us on to our next piece of the night, Nightingale and the Rose.
She said that she would dance with me if I brought her red roses. But in all my garden there's no red rose.
His beautiful eyes filled with tears, and from her perch near the tree the nightingale heard him.
I have read all that the wise men have written, yet for want of a red rose is my life made wretched.
Here at last is a true lover. Night after night I have sung of him, though I knew him not. I have told his story to the stars, and now I see him.
The prince gives a ball tomorrow night, and my love will be of the company.
Here is the true lover. What I sing of, he suffers. What is joy to me, to him is pain. Surely love is a wonderful thing. It is more precious than emeralds and dearer than fine opals. Pearls and pomegranates cannot buy it.
Why is he weeping?
Why, indeed?
Why, indeed?
He is weeping for a red rose.
For a red rose? How very ridiculous.
But the nightingale understood the secret of the student's sorrow and thought about the mystery of love.
Give me a red rose.
My roses are white as the foam of the sea, and whiter than the snow upon the mountain. But go to my brother, who grows round the old clock tower, and perhaps he will give you what you want.
Give me a red rose.
My roses are yellow, as yellow as the hair of the mermaiden who sits upon an amber throne, and yellower than the daffodil that blooms in the meadow before the mower comes with his scythe. But go to my brother, who grows beneath the student's window, and perhaps he will give you what you want.
Give me a red rose, and I will sing you my sweetest song.
My roses are red as the feet of the dove, and redder than the great fans of coral that wave and wave in the ocean cavern. But the winter has chilled my veins, and the frost has nipped my buds, and the storm has broken my branches, and I shall have no roses at all this year.
One rose is all, only one red rose.
There is a way, but it is so terrible I dare not tell it to you.
Tell it to me. I am not afraid.
You must build it out of music by moonlight, and stain it with your own heart's blood. You must sing to me with your breast against a thorn. The thorn must pierce your heart, and your lifeblood must flow into my veins and become mine.
Death is a great price to pay for a red rose. Life is very dear to all. It is pleasant to sit in the green wood and to watch the sun in his chariot of gold and the moon in her chariot of pearl. Yet love is better than life. And what is the heart of a bird compared to the heart of a man? The student was still lying on the grass, and the tears were not yet dry.
Be happy, you shall have your red rose. I will build it with my own heart's blood. All that I ask of you in return is that you will be a true lover, for love is wiser than philosophy and mightier than power.
The student listened, but he could not understand, for he only knew the things that are written down in books. But the tree understood, and felt sad, for he was very fond of the nightingale.
Sing me one last song. I shall feel very lonely when you are gone.
She has form that cannot be denied to her, but has she got feeling? I'm afraid not. In fact, she is like most artists. She's all style without any sincerity. She would not sacrifice herself for others. She thinks merely of music, and everybody knows that the arts are selfish. Still, it must be admitted that she has some beautiful notes in her voice. What a pity it is that they do not mean anything or do any practical good.
And when the moon shone in the heavens, the nightingale sang with her breast against the thorn, and the cold crystal moon leaned down and listened. All night long she sang, and the thorn went deeper and deeper into her breast, and her life blood ebbed away from her. On the topmost spray of the rose tree blossomed a marvelous rose. Petal following petal, as song followed song, pale as the wings of the dawn was the rose that blossomed.
Press closer, nightingale, or the day will come before the rose is finished.
So the nightingale pressed closer against the thorn, and a delicate flush of pink came into the leaves of the rose, like the flush in the face of a bridegroom when he kisses the lips of the bride. But the thorn had not yet reached her heart, so the rose's heart remained white.
Press closer, nightingale, or the day will come before the rose is finished.
So the nightingale pressed closer against the thorn, and the thorn touched her heart. Bitter, bitter was the pain, and wilder grew her song, for she sang of the love that is perfected by death, of the love that dies not in the tomb. And the marvelous rose became crimson, like the rose of the eastern sky. Crimson was the girdle of petals, and crimson as a ruby was the heart. But the nightingale's voice grew fainter, and her little wings began to beat, and a film came over her eyes. Fainter and fainter grew her song, and she felt something choking her in her throat. Then she gave one last burst of music. The white moon heard it, and she forgot the dawn and lingered on in the sky.
Look! Look! The rose is finished now.
But the nightingale made no answer, for she was lying dead in the long grass with a thorn in her heart.
Why, what a wonderful piece of luck! I've never seen any rose like it in all my life. You said that you would dance with me if I brought you a red rose. Here is the reddest rose in all the world.
I'm afraid it will not go with my dress. And besides, the Chamberlain's nephew has sent me some real jewels.
Well, upon my word, you are very ungrateful.
You are very rude. And after all, who are you? Why, I don't believe you've even got silver buckles to your shoes as the Chamberlain's nephew has.
What a silly thing love is. It is not half as useful as logic, for it does not prove anything. And it is always telling one of the things that are not going to happen, and making one believe things that are not true. In fact, it is quite unpractical, and as in this age to be practical is everything. I shall go back to philosophy and study metaphysics.
So he returned to his room and pulled out a great dusty book and began to read.
Without a shadow of a doubt, that was such a beautiful piece. Oh, thank you. Thank you. My friend here says our next piece is called Mother. How I love being an animal on the planet Earth. The green we breathe. Now, I know you won't be sleeping during the dream. as you can see. Oh, shoot! They got me! Oh my gosh. All right. It's bedtime, children. You best go on off to sleep. Parents, send them on their way, 'cause it's getting crazy up in the Now, moving on to Naked and Afraid.
What a pussy! Letting her do all the work. She had bigger balls than he did. But, man, would I get a boner if I was lying next to her. She could tear up my worm any day. I do all the work around here, and my own wife won't even put out. At least she's not as bad as Harold's wife. She finally tapped out on his ass and took the kids and everything. God damn!
Hey, honey. Could you fix the sink? You told me you would do it last week.
I'll think about it.
You know that means another week without sex.
What? Damn!
Come in the kitchen. I made you a bologna and cheese sandwich.
This is inhumane! I go to work every day, busting my ass!
Sharon. He's freaking the Lord, the king of freaking puppets. He's not God, for Christ's sake. Alright, sorry people, is Mr. the Lord in place? Alright, good. This is season 3, episode 16 of The Lord's Kingdom. Take 1, action!
Let's all go to the puppet show. Won't you come to the puppet show with me, my friend? Yes, you. We'll discover a lot of things. Got a few songs to sing today at the puppet show. There once was a priest named Zechariah. Hello. And his wife Elizabeth. How do you do? Both of them were righteous in my eyes, observing all my commands and decrees blamelessly, but they were childless and very old. Once, when Zechariah was serving as priest, one of my angels appeared to him.
Do not be afraid! Your prayer has been heard. Your wife, Elizabeth, will bear you a son, and you are to name him John.
But I am an old man, and my wife is well along in her years.
I've been sent by, the Lord to tell you this news.
The Lord?
And now you will be silent and not able to speak until this day happens!
Amazing, but true. The Lord can perform miracles for you, as long as you follow my rules. Right, Elizabeth?
Oh, yes! The Lord has shown me his favor, and I'll show him mine!
I hope that I am good enough to please the Lord above. I'll do most anything, no, I'm not giving up until I feel his love, and then I'll know I'm good enough. I hope that I'll be a good wife, take care of Joseph his whole life. I'll shelter his heart, and he will shelter mine. Then all that will be missing is a child in our life.
Oh, yeah. She's perfect.
Hello?
Oh, greetings!
I don't know who this is.
I am an angel of the Lord. Call me Gabriel.
The Lord? He noticed me? He liked my song?
He definitely noticed you. The Lord would like to, meet you in person and...
Hold on, this is definitely a scam, isn't it? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna...
No, wait! This is not a scam! You have found favor with the Lord and you are to conceive and give birth to...
My own record album?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, I am the Lord's biggest fan. May your word to me be fulfilled. When do we get started?
May the Lord be with you.
Baby girl, you know you want some favored. Would you have a taste of this divine flavor? Don't be afraid, you know I am your savior. So come with me, let's go get freaky in the manger. Baby girl, you're so verified. What's it gonna take to make you all mine? Look no further. For a holy sign, I can turn anything wet into wine. This conception is immaculate. We'll make a mess, we can back you bed. No contraception, this is a holy interception. The immaculate conception. Wow, wow. Oh, yeah. No, really, girl. Oh, my.
Mary, did you know that I've been all alone? I bet you would know that if you checked your phone. No, it really isn't fair, really isn't kind, really isn't just to jump to assumptions. But what can I trust in? Mary, if you knew what people say to me, they call me the UCK, word that starts with C. Am I being fair? Am I being kind? Am I being just too unbecoming to be your husband? Yeah, it hurts the way you left me in the dark. With my woodwork this could work, but only if I could provide, and that I've been denied by you. Being out of my life, I'm not perfect, so why? If this is worth it, can't I find peace in my mind?
Her son is mine.
Hey y'all, haven't gone live in a minute. Just wanted to give you an update on my whirlwind few months. You know, haven't done much on the songwriting and all that, but I have been spending lots of time with the Lord. It's scary, right? So hopefully, you know, it's all gonna come together soon, but... Hi! What a surprise! Everybody, this is my cousin, Elizabeth.
Oh, goodness, I felt a kick just now.
Are you?
Oh, you better believe it, Mary. Now, I heard that you've been down a, similar path yourself.
I'm not sure where you heard that, but...
Mary, I see you've been spending plenty of time with the Lord. I know a little about what it's like for Him to show you His favor.
I'm sorry, y'all. You know how cousins joke around. Very funny. Now, it was nice to chat with you. Thanks for tuning in.
Mary!
should I have shown him mine? 'Cause all that he was here for was a good but not long time.
Mary doesn't know the pain she has put me through. Now we're on the road and can't find a room for two. Does she want my help? Does she want some space? Does she want the time to talk about something? 'Cause right now there's nothing. Yeah, I wish you wouldn't leave me in the dark. I've got you, but you've got to want me to move on. Mary Ellen, I don't have to live in fear.
I'm gonna need you by my side.
I want you to know that's all I need to hear. If I just listen to you, then we'll be fine. And we can live for love instead of fearing for our lives.
Now, to shed some light on the situation, Midnight Sun.
Someday, my baby, when I am a man, and others have taught me the best that they can, they'll sell me a suit and cut off my hair and send me to work in tall buildings. So it's goodbye to the sunshine, goodbye to the dew, goodbye to flowers, and goodbye to you. I'm off to the subway, I must not be late, going to work in tall buildings.
My father used to sing me that song. He'd usually tell a story after it. His favorite one was about two coal miners in Alaska. I always loved the way he would say the first stanza. There are strange things done in the midnight sun for the men that moil for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen their queerest sights, but the queerest they ever did see was the night on the marge of Lake Labarge. This is the story of Sam McGee.
How many rations do we have left?
We got 3 cans of beans, a container full of crackers, and a glass worth of whiskey.
You can have the food. I'll take the rest of that whiskey.
Can't survive off that.
Who says I want to?
What are you talking about, Sam?
It's fucking cold. I don't think it's ever been this cold.
What are you talking about?
It's fucking cold.
Not that, you idiot. Why don't you want your food rations?
So I can get all the whiskey.
Maybe I want it.
Maybe I don't care.
No, we split everything.
the beans, the crackers, and most importantly, the whiskey.
Well, I just want the whiskey.
What's wrong with the food?
Nothing. God, it's cold!
Yes, it's cold. It's always cold.
Doesn't mean I have to like it.
Then why did you come up here?
Felt like the right thing to do.
Then stop complaining.
Some whiskey would make me warmer.
So would some hot beans.
I don't want beans.
Why?
'Cause you'll need them.
What? We'll both need them.
I think I'm done eating beans.
Go ahead. Die of starvation.
Okay.
What? No, you can't just die. Why would you want to just die?
I'm done.
Done with what? The cold, the food, the work?
Everything.
So you're just gonna die then?
Well, it might take a bit.
So I'm supposed to drag your dead body the rest of the trip?
No.
I'm not leaving you.
You're not.
Then how are you getting home?
Hi.
What? Are you?
Noah, I want you to cremate me.
I am not gonna cremate you, Sam.
Why not?
Because you're gonna eat your beans and die at home.
What home?
You can't just die, Sam.
It's pretty easy.
Sam.
Noah, this is gonna be my last trip.
Explain to me why.
It's the goddamn cold. It blows until I'm chilled through the bone. I ain't dead, but the cold sure makes me feel like it. This awful, icy pain is worse than a grave. So when I die, I want you to cremate my last remains.
If that's really what you want, then all right, Sam.
Thank you, Noah.
Don't thank me yet. You're not dying tonight.
Who knows?
I know. I'm going to bed. I'll see you in the morning.
I'll go in a bit.
Sam? You up? You better wake the fuck up, Sam. Sam! Fuck. Ah! I'm gonna let you burn in peace. I'll come back when you're all cooked.
Please close the door when you leave.
Who said that?
The fire is great, but I greatly fear you'll let in the cold.
Sam?
You know, ever since I left Plumtree down in Tennessee, this is the first time I've ever been warm.
But how?
There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that will make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was the night on March in Lake Labarge.
I cremated Sam McGee.
And now, for our last piece of the evening, the Seam Ripper.
Who is the Seam Reaper? For the past 7 years, I've been looking for this bastard of a puppet. He's ravaged the quaint little town of Puppetville, committing a series of murders involving celebrity puppets. Some of the A-listers who've perished at the hands of this menace are the cute and cuddly Smello, the hysterical Fuzznuts the bear, and my favorite of all, Madam Sausage Fingers. All of them were gutted with patience, borderline surgical finesse. It was all the same shtick. Their bodies unraveled at the seams, with all of their stuffing piled onto the floor, looking like a deadly pillow fight at a little girl's sleepover. These gruesome murders led to the FBI, the Fuzzy Bureau of Investigators, to be called in, but the details have been scarce. We only managed to get one sketch drawn up from an eyewitness report. Who is this man? What exactly are his motives? Why won't my wife return my calls? These questions keep me up at night. But recently there was a breakthrough in the case. The Bureau was informed that the world-famous Cormac the Amphibian of the Schmuppets went missing from his condo. We searched all over town for several grueling hours, but surfaced with nothing. Just when I thought all hope was lost, we found a clue at the scene of the kidnapping. A piece of bright yellow felt. A piece of felt that I knew belonged to a failed comedian. Stampton Stuffington. Finally, after 7 long goddamn years, I think we got him, Agent Socks.
I hope you're sure are right, Agent Fuzz. Maybe after this we can move on to the next mystery. Who's that funny fella I see in my mirror all the time?
Get serious, Jim Socks. We're about to walk right into the belly of the beast. If he is who I suspect he is, then Stampton Stuffington is as cruel as they come. This felt-covered bastard isn't deadly because of any weapon. It's because—
Oh, gee! Is it because he knows Taekwondo?
No, it's...
Because my cousin knows Taekwondo and he won a state championship. He got to visit Chicago and see Cloud Gate. He said they have the best hot dogs. In fact...
Get a grip, Jim! He's powerful because of his wit! His cunning! His gigantic brain!
Oh, I get it now. He was hitting him with that big old noggin of his and killing him to death.
Look alive, Jim! Behind this door is one of the most deranged killers in all of Puppetville. We can't possibly understand the machinations Stuffington concocts. The devious fire that's burning inside of his rotten, cold, malicious heart.
Stampton didn't do nothing! Stampton wants a lawyer! Stampton can't take waiting anymore! Can Stampton at least get a cigarette? It's been 5 hours and Stampton getting antsy for a light!
Sit down and be quiet, scum!
Why are you being so mean to Stampton? Stampton ego fragile! Stampton's got asthma! Stampton needs an inhaler!
Maybe we should go...
See! Right there! That's his devious mind at work. He's trying to deceive us with mind games.
Oh, shucks! Well, I love playing games. One time when I was 9, I tried to play poker with my uncle and his lady friend, but he didn't let me play with them. I always wonder why he wouldn't let me. I think it's because of my inability to use my tiny arms correctly and my unopposable fingers that just...
Jim! Put a sock in it.
He also said it was strip poker. Maybe that...
Stampton Stuffington, you're in here for the kidnapping, possibly even murder, of Cormac the Amphibian. But the name Stampton is just a little too nice for you, eh? Why don't I call you by your alias? The Seam Reaper!
Yes! You think that little old me is that nasty killer? Stampton would never hurt no one!
Don't play coy with me, you son of a bitch. This crime was different from all your others. Not a body in sight. Looks like a rush job to me. Especially since you left a damning piece of evidence.
I promise you, hey, mister, what's your name?
I don't have to tell you anything, you sick motherfucker.
Fudgy! Well, this tough puppet right here is Agent Fuzz. He's the best guy in the Bureau and my BFF forever. And I'm the handsome Agent Jim Socks. For this one, Fuzz said that I could be the bad cop. So don't you make me put on my angry face.
Jim!
Yeah?
Get out of the room! I'll call you if I need a bad cop. All right?
Okie dokie.
Okay, Reaper. Now that we have no more distractions, it's time to... Yeah. Ooh. Back. God damn it. Ooh. Okay. Okay, Reaper. It's time to drop the act. We know it's you out there killing these puppets. You're gonna be locked up for life, whether you talk to us or not, chump. Now spill it. Where's Cormac?
So, Agent, I see you've seen through my facade. I was just trying to have a little fun with you.
I knew it! You couldn't hide forever, you dirty rotten bastard. With your confession, you're gonna be on the receiving end of the electric chair.
Tusk, tusk, tusk. Not so fast, Fuzz. You seem to forget that I'm the only one who knows where your darling, precious Cormac is. Without that testimony, his warty face might not ever see the light of day again. So if you want to find out where he is, perhaps you should start treating me with less hostility, Agent. You haven't even offered me a delightful smoke yet.
Fine. Take one. It's your lungs on the line.
Hiya, Hiya, kids! It's me, Todd Backup, and I'm here to bring you two things: lifelong lung damage and knowledge about the wonderful world of cigarettes. Ahem. Well, there's nicotine, arsenic, acetone, methanol. Oh God! Oh no! Oh no! Oh God! Oh my Lord! Oh no! No!
Oh, mental.
All right. You had your damn smoke, buddy. Now open that puppet flap of yours and start yapping.
Oh, Agent, how easy do you think I am? I'm not your mother after half a shot of tequila.
Cut the shit! And don't you ever talk about Mama Fuzz like that. What'll it take to get answers out of you?
Why, Agent, all I want is for you to listen to a little story of mine.
A story? Ha! What's your angle, Reaper?
Angle? There's no angle here, Fuzz. I, like any other puppet, simply want to be heard.
Please, it hurts so bad.
Are you kidding? In the middle of this interrogation, you're gonna do that. The amount of unprofessionalism in this room right now is astounding. It astounds me.
My insides, they're gone.
As I was saying, this story begins many years ago with a young puppet boy named Stampton Stuffington.
Oh, puppet Christ.
Stampton was a young, lonely soul who wasn't very good at making friends. Everyone he came across found him unsightly. Despite rejection, there was a light inside of Stampton's heart. The light of improv comedy. After years of rigorous practice and crying himself to sleep, dear Stampton finally got a theater to book him, his very own one-man improv show. It was all set up to be the perfect night. He was so happy. But then, the night came. He walked out onto the stage and the audience was empty! Completely and totally empty! Stampton's co-workers didn't show up, Stampton's mother didn't show up, hell, the goddamn stage manager didn't show up! Turns out, the theater right across the street had a one-night performance of the Schmuppets. Ugh! The whole town flocked to them like carrion birds to a rotting carcass! It was then that Stampton realized not all puppets were sewn equally. And so, like any good improv comic, Stampton said, yes and, to the demons within him, and vowed to unravel the seams of those cheap bastards who stripped the special light from his heart!
You're a good cop. You're a good cop, Fuzz. Your wife loves you. Your wife loves you. Good! What?
Were you sleeping through that entire thing? The expositional monologue I literally just did?
No. I was listening the whole time. I got all the important bits of it. The theater, you know, and your heart condition or whatever. But still, I might know the who and the why. But where is Cormac? You undersized punching bag.
Well, Agent, why don't I answer your question with another question?
What the hell are you going on about, Reaper?
Well, my question is...
Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
No.
And what's on the other side?
No. My God.
Rainbows
You animal.
are visions, but only
Damn
illusions.
Animal.
And rainbows have nothing to hide, Agent Fuzz.
His voice. You took his goddamn voice box. You're sick. You're sick in the head. Jim! I need a bad cop right now! Get your ass in here! Now!
Hey, I couldn't find an inhaler, so I got a bicycle pump and wow!
Jim! No! You were so young. At least you're in a better place now.
Jesus fucking puppet Christ! All I see is fire! It burns! All the hopes and the prayers, it meant nothing! Nothing! Blair.
Oh, come on! Lighten up! He's just a pile of dirty laundry. You take things way too seriously, dollface. Give up, Agent. You will never outwit me. I'm already on my way to becoming the best puppet performer this idiotic town has ever seen.
Never, Reaper! You'll never be known for anything other than being a two-bit murderer! I may not be as smart as you, but at least I run my own life! You let a few superstar puppets ruin your lifelong dream! You let jealousy control you to the point of homicide! And yeah, I'll say it! I skipped your dumbass show that night to go see the Schmuppets, and they rocked! So yeah, you can suck my fuzzy balls. I'm not about to live my whole life being someone else's puppet.
Yeah. So, what are we laughing about?
Yay!
Oh my god, that was the worst thing ever.
Y'all so much for coming out to the first CCU Puppapalooza extravaganza. Once again, I'm Mabel Syrup, and have a good night.